Hey everybody, Rob Goody here. The MLM Solutions, currently 10:58 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. As you know, Marie and I go live every weekday, Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We stream live to our YouTube channel and our Facebook page. And if you will, share our podcast and our social media platforms with our fellow network marketers all across the globe by utilizing hashtag the MLM Solution. That's hashtag the MLM Solution. We want to give them access to this great information so they can use this wonderful business model to change their lives as well. As you know, we depend on your help in getting the word out about this great information that we're providing. As you know, we'll be going live here very shortly. We look forward to it. Today's subject matter is going to be key comp plan considerations. What do you need to look at in a comp plan to determine whether this company that you're looking to join is worth your effort? You certainly don't want to be paid pennies on the dollar. Stay tuned to learn more about that.
Welcome to the MLM Solution Podcast Show, where you'll learn the facts and hear the truth about the network marketing industry. Here's your host, Rob Goody.
Hello, Miss Marie. Good morning.
Good morning, Rob. Happy Monday to you. How are you today?
I'm fine. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Hey, I love that new countdown intro. You know what's really amusing to me about that is it had this like snow globe, snowflake thing going on. And I have the same thing happening outside my window right now.
Oh, don't tease me.
I'm back in Utah, came home to some snow on the ground, woke up to a little bit more this morning, and now we've got some more snow coming down. Tis the season. It's very exciting. I love snow.
'Tis the season. You know what? It's funny you say that because it is cold with no snow, so I'm jealous.
Well, I'm sorry. I'll send some your way.
We're supposed to get some Wednesday. I'll believe it when I see it. You know me. But I have it's not too early. The wife and I, we always look at each other and say, when is too early to crack open alcohol? And I say anything after 10 a.m. She says, I tend to agree. So, and the reason I say that, because I have spiked eggnog with me right here.
Nice. Well, my theory is it's 5 o'clock somewhere, no matter what time it is. So
I had a person tell me one time, and they're a recovering alcoholic, and we have recovering alcoholics, active recovering alcoholics, successful recovering alcoholics in our family. Not my family, but around our family, the extended family is the best way to put it. And they know an alcoholic when they see it. But anyway, I've had people that I have known as acquaintances that say, "Man, you're an alcoholic." I'm like, no. Yeah, you are. If you drink after 10 in the morning, you're an alcoholic. I said, you know what? Don't impose your so-called expertise on who should or should not be an alcoholic on me. The bottom line is I'll go months without, sometimes years. I'll go 2-3 years without touching a drop. I don't care, but there's times where it's like, you know what? Today's a cold day. Nice spiked eggnog sounds good. And you know what? If it's 10 o'clock in the morning, by golly, I'm going to have it.
Well, and then there are the medicinal properties also, right? Alcohol kills germs. So we don't want you getting that coronavirus. So this should help.
And it dulls pain. And guess what? I need all the dulling I can get. It's better taking that freaking Oxycontin I take.
Yeah.
So anyway, you know what? The bottom line is the good Lord has blessed me with a non-addictive personality. I know some people are not that lucky, and my heart goes out to them. I can only imagine how difficult that is. And we have someone close to the family who's a recovering drug addict and alcoholic. And I can only imagine that's a double whammy. But I can only imagine the challenges that is every day. When I quit smoking, Miss Marie, I went like that. Bam. 1976. You know what? When I quit drugs, bam, just like that. 1976. Just walked away. I was done with both of them. Same thing with alcohol. I can turn it on and off. You know what? I'll go 2-3 weeks. I'll have a drink every day. 1 drink, maybe 2. Nobody would know. I could lie and you wouldn't know it, but I'll have 1 or 2 drinks. And, they're small drinks. I'm not talking. Let me clarify.
You're not downing a fifth of vodka?
No, I don't down a fifth of vodka. I'll tell you this quick story. This guy gets a hold of me. His wife gets a hold of me. She says, Rob, I need you to pick up. I'm not going to obviously say his name. I said, okay. I need you to take him to the hospital. I was like, okay. Now, she's at work. And I said, all right. So I go over and I pick him up. I have no idea. I just thought he needed a ride. He goes, hey, on the way, can you stop by this liquor store over here? I'm like, okay. I thought he was going to get liquor for later, And no, a liquor store is right there in the major hub of our hospitals. So I pull in there. He comes out with a brown bag. He looks at me and he goes, don't tell the wife this. He said, this is my last one. I said, okay. Because I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know he was an alcoholic. I didn't know any of this. This is my introduction. So I said, all right. He opens up a pint of vodka, the pints. Guzzles it. Straight vodka. Right there in front of me. All of it, but that much. Puts a cap on it, sets it down, says, all right, let's go. Took him into the emergency room. His wife calls, says, are you there? I said, yes. She said, don't leave him. She said, if you do, he'll die. Don't leave him. I was like, that's the first time I heard the word die. I'm like, okay. I'm looking at him. I'm thinking, okay. They finally call him and get him back there. He wasn't there 5 minutes. Take him straight in the ICU. Was there for 7 days. That's how close to dying he was. And he does not drink to this day.
Well, good for him for getting beyond that, for sure.
Can you imagine drinking vodka like that? I don't mind vodka. It's not my favorite, but I'm certainly not anti-vodka. I cannot even fathom drinking that straight. Woo, girl, that takes some balls.
Well, that much of any alcohol straight. Ugh, yeah.
Didn't even pull it down from his lips. Unbelievable. What a great intro to our show today. But you know what? It's a life story. I hope somebody gets something out of it. I hope that somebody out there, if you're having a challenge, you can overcome it. He certainly has. And still to this day, that was years ago. And kudos to him. I see him all the time. And he is doing wonderful. And there's nothing behind the scenes because his wife's the type of woman, if she says stop, you better stop. Because if you don't, her butt is gone. She is not going to put up with that. And she made it very clear to him. She loved him. There's no doubt.
And thank you for joining us for this version of MLM Solutions AA meeting.
Yay! That was our public service announcement.
Don't drink and drive.
That's right. Or walk. But, well, you know what? Sometimes we got to be real. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, we're trying to have a positive impact on people's lives. And that is a great real life story that can have a positive impact on somebody out there. And I hope it does. And we mean that sincerely. We're laughing because we're laughing at ourselves at the things we talk about when we start the show. All you got to
get off on that subject.
Because I have my spiced eggnog right here.
Oh, that's right. The seasonal drink. Yes.
The seasonal drink by Evan Williams, just to let you know. All right, guys. Today, for all of you on the podcast, number 94, I'm pointing at it. It is in our ticker below. For all of you on the, I'm burping this eggnog. For all of you on the visual podcast, we are glad to have you. Today is Monday, December 14th, currently 11:08. We're just a few minutes into our show, And Miss Marie has already let it be known she likes our countdown. So I guess that's going to be part of our show from here on out. She got rid of the dong or the gong or whatever it was. And now she has endorsed the 30-second countdown. So there we go.
Awesome.
Your positive impact on the show, right?
Very good. Hey, continuous improvement. That's what it's all about, right?
Right.
We make little adjustments here and there, and hopefully it improves the overall user experience.
Well, you know what? For future episodes, since you've been so good and having positive impact on the show, we insist that you sit by window so we also can enjoy the beautiful snowfall. All right. And you know what? I've got a new setup for the office. And you know why I haven't put it up yet?
Why?
Because of that Christmas tree.
Oh.
And Luke down there, my little beagle, you can see he's not happy. When it gets cold, he is not happy. When he gets wet, he licks his paws. He is not a true beagle. Anyway, all right, guys, today's a great one. Key comp plan considerations. What does that mean? What are you talking about, Rob, Valerie? What is it that you guys are referring to when you're talking about key comp plan considerations? Well, to be honest with you guys, you can look at a comp plan overall. Most people just totally, it goes over their head. It glosses over their mind and their eyes. And because most people have no clue how to read a comp plan, and they can be very intimidating. I don't care how simple they are, because just what you see on a piece of paper or on the website does not even begin to tell the story of how that comp plan works and whether it's profitable for you. I can promise you two things about every comp plan. It's going to be profitable to the company, it's going to be profitable to the owners, and it's going to be profitable to the top 5 people in the company. Okay. And I'm not talking about a pyramid scheme. Okay. When I'm talking about top 5, I'm talking about if this company only has 1 or 2 products, this company's new, has limited funds. Because why do I say that? Because most new companies have comp plans. They're going to put money in their pocket. Why? So that they can expand into other countries. They can expand the product line. It's not all about lining their pockets. They can have honest intentions. They could be honest people. But the comp plan sometimes, and if Miss Marie and I were to start a network marketing company today, we would hire a professional to design a comp plan. We would look at other comp plans while they were doing that. But our number one goal is to what? Make money. We cannot operate on a shoestring, because anybody that goes boo would blow the company out of the water, and we go out of business within 3 months. Okay, so we have to be able to get money flowing as quick as possible. How do you do that? By rewarding top performers, so they'll come to your company, and rewarding them for building big businesses fast. And I emphasize the word big. I mean big businesses. So that it starts bringing in huge volume and a lot of money for what? Not Miss Marie and I typically, because new owners typically take a minimal salary, if any salary at all. Okay. Sometimes part of their funding, Miss Marie, if they get it from a capital venture firm or from angels, what they call investment angels, is their salary for 6 months to a year, which is above and beyond the funding for the company, because they don't want to take an income if they can help it. So the thing is that it's very detailed plan on how to get this company off the ground. You hope and pray it goes as planned. Rarely does, but you got to be prepared for what may come around. So the thing is, guys, the company is saying, okay, if we borrow $3 million, low amount, but I'm just trying to keep it simple. We borrow $3 million, then we're going to have to generate another $3 million within the first 3 months in order to expand the product line, in order to pay the big shots, in order to keep the lights on. Okay. And if we make anything above 3 million, that's gravy. That means that we'll put that money in the kitty for emergencies. Okay. For any unforeseen issues. So that's typically, in a nutshell, I'm not going to go into great detail, what new companies do. Why does that apply to you in this subject matter? Well, if you're looking at a new company, which we always encourage you, because the chances for you making that drink out of the coconut money and the residual income machine that you want to create, or the type of money that could have a long-term positive impact on you and your family is typically going to be with new companies, because they go through, if they're set up right, and they have the 5 things a company must have in order to have a chance to do something special. And I said, in order to have a chance to do something special, if you run into such a company, you have to realize that the comp plan, and this is the reason why we use this example to start the show, is set up to make money for the owners, for the top money earners, and the company. They will typically make adjustments as they go along to the comp plan, so there's more money for the middle people and the new people. Now, without dominating this conversation, because I'm setting up the foundation for the rest of the talk, if the company has good funding, they'll have a more fair and equitable comp plan for everybody. Okay, so with that being said, that leads us into today's subject, key comp plan considerations, because I wanted you to know how companies set up their comp plans, especially new ones, since that's what we focus on. And that's where most of the volatility is in comp plans. We wanted you to know how they're set up so you don't feel cheated, right, Ms. Marie?
Absolutely. Well, and one thing too, I want to just step back for 1 second here. Part of the reason we're talking about this topic today is because most people come into their first network marketing company having no clue what the compensation plan's about. They've been invited to join the business by a friend or a family member, maybe somebody with a certain amount of charisma that they admire. They're looking at that concept of residual income, or the idea of increased income, time freedom, a lifestyle upgrade is very appealing to them, but they don't understand anything about the compensation plan. They're just basically told, hey, trust me, it works. You can make a ton of money. And they jump in, right? Without really realizing what aspects of the compensation plan are important for them to look at. So I wanted to make sure we touched on that, because we have kind of mentioned it and danced around it in a couple of different episodes that we've had in the past, but we've never really talked about compensation plans in particular as one of our shows. So I kind of felt like it was time for us to address that.
Yeah, exactly. And boy, it's comp plans are such a touchy subject to address, guys, because there's so many different really important deep ways to go when talking about comp plans. I will say that if you look at the older companies, you can pretty much assume that the comp plans are great, because the companies would not be around. And when we're talking about the older companies, you know, the ones that come to mind right away, and there's a lot of them, I'm sure there's got to be 30. And what I mean, they're the foundational companies. And when we are the legacy companies, whatever term you want to use, they're the ones that really created this industry. The Herbalifes, the Nu Skins, the Mary Kays, the Amways, Metallica, Shakleys. I could go on. There's a lot of great companies that are still around today, Miss Marie, in one form or another, because they did it right. And they were in the golden age of growth in network marketing, and they got their feet under them and were able to branch out. And Miss Marie, they have done a wonderful job mending traditional business practices with the network marketing business model, and not only continuing in the network marketing business model, but a lot of them have broadened their marketing approach and their consumer base with this hybrid business model. And that is a credit to them, because surviving solely on the continuing flexibility of the network marketing industry. In other words, some years you may have 30 million people worldwide in the industry. Other years you'll have 55 million people in the industry. So there's a huge fluctuation of our influx or exflux of people coming and going. So in order for companies to survive through all of that and the changing times, they really have to be led by great people that have a vision and understand network marketing business practices, because it's a different business model, and traditional business models. And it's kudos to them for being able to do it. Now, once again, I tell you that because the older companies, if you're not wanting to worry about a comp plan and you just want to develop a stable income, the older companies are for you. We're big advocates for the older companies. And I'm going to get into the comp plan here in a minute. And then over the last 25 minutes, we'll really blow this out of the water. But I want you to know the old companies have wonderful comp plans you can trust and depend on. So they're non-discussion in this episode because they are what they are. They have been what they are. And obviously they're effective and people enjoy them, or they would not continue to go to those companies. Right, Ms. Marie?
Yep, absolutely.
So their success speaks for themselves. They don't need our endorsement. So that leads us into today's subject, because we're going to be talking about new companies that have these hybrid comp plans that sometimes even Miss Marie and I walk away with our head spinning, our eyes rolling in the back of our head, trying to figure out what in the hell are they talking about? How does this thing work? You almost need a PhD in mathematics to figure out what in the world they're doing here and how they're making this thing work. Well, you got to stand on your head and suck your thumb and twirl in circles in order to get to this level. Over here, you got to stand on one leg, cross your eyes, stick out your tongue, and hope that the wind blows from the east in order to qualify for this bonus. I mean, I'm exaggerating, but my gosh, sometimes you're just like, whoa, how in the world is anybody going to make money in this thing? We're not going to get into those kind of comp plans because they're too complicated. And to be honest with you, too cumbersome. I would never waste my time with a company like that. That short example is part of the introduction of this subject matter. If you run into a comp plan that is that complicated, you need to run in the opposite direction. I'm going to tell you right now, you will struggle to do anything of any substance in that company. So enough said. Would you not agree, Ms. Marie?
I think that's fair. Yes.
Okay. So we got the complicated ones out of the way. Okay. That just run. I don't care how intrigued you are about the company, the product, guys, you've got to go in the opposite direction. Because look, everybody comes to this business model for one reason, to make money. If they cannot make money, or if they're making pennies on the dollar, they are gone. And you will never, if you're fortunate enough to sponsor a big shot into this company and they figure out the comp plan, they are gone. You are not going to keep top performers. If you sponsor newbies who turn into stars and they realize that they're working for pennies on the dollar, they too are gone. You are not going to develop any consistency. I don't care how much you love the company, the leaders, or the product. Would you not agree, Ms. Marie?
I absolutely agree, because again, it's all about the money. And as you know, here we're all about the simplicity of things, right? That's why we talk about the 5 simple steps to building the business. So anything complicated tends to be suspect in my mind.
Yes, exactly. Well, and plus our history has shown, our experience and the history in this industry has shown, Ms. Marie, that if it is complicated, it is wrong. I mean, this business is simple. No ifs, ands, or buts. But the only thing that's left is hard work, commitment, et cetera, et cetera. But if we run into anything complicated, you're right. You and I know from past experience, time for me to move on. I don't care what words you use. I don't care how much money you throw at me. I ain't joining your company, because there's no way. Because what is it? Miss Marie and I's reputation and brand is far more important than any money they could offer us. Okay, invaluable. All right. So that being said, we've eliminated 2 things right off the bat. Another thing is, which is attached to the comp plan, because if you're not creating volume, you're not getting paid. Okay. Look, it's all about the back end. We talk about that all the time. What does that mean, Rob? That means, in short, and we have an episode, you can go back and look. It's all about the back end. Here's the thing. It's auto ship. Well, Rob, you say the essence of the business is leaders. It is. But leaders do what? They do a minimum of 100 PV per month on auto ship. That is the back end. So it's all about the essence of the business of leaders. Find and develop as many leaders as you can. The more leaders you have, the more business, the more volume you'll create, the more profitable your business will be, and the more stable it'll be. No doubt about it. But guess what? They have to be on auto ship. And it's all about how many people you have on auto ship, which means even people doing 55, 35, 105, 75, 86 PV per month. All of that counts, and they're all on auto ship. It's all about the number of people you have on auto ship. Is it not, Miss Marie?
That is what drives the income, is the volume. So
there you go. Okay, so now we have that out of the way. And you say, well, Rob, why is it important? Because if a company has one product, run. Okay. Now, I'm not saying every one product company is bad or won't make it. I'm saying it is going to be a challenge because there's not enough money to pay enough big leaders to stay, and there's not enough. You'd have to buy cases of this one product, in order to do 100 PV per month. Chances are great. And on top of that, Miss Marie, you would have to have a lot of people buying cases on AutoShip every month in order to create the volume, to create the 10,000 group volume that is necessary to really make this business go. Would you not agree?
I agree.
Okay, so we're in agreement so far on everything that we're addressing about key comp plan considerations. And you say, well, Rob, that makes sense. The product creates volume. We get paid on volume, and that volume is tied to the comp plan. Is that what you're saying, Rob? Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. And if it's hard to create that 100 PV per month, then it's going to be hard to have the 100, which is the threshold profitability, meaning 100 people doing 100 PV per month, because it's going to burn people out, because they're going to have cases of stuff sitting around that they can't drink, eat, or get rid of fast enough before the next shipment is on its way to their door. That frustrates people, makes them mad, and adds extra stress on how they're going to get rid of this extra product each and every month. So our endorsement is not with a company or a company that offers one product. Not saying it won't work. There are juice companies out there that somehow make it work, and kudos to them. We are not anti-one product company. We're saying, as professionals evaluating an opportunity, a one product company, as Miss Marie says, makes her suspect. She may look at it, but she's going to look at it with one eye open and one eye closed, the old hokey pokey eye thing taking place there. Why? Because experience has shown her that this could be a very difficult thing, because she knows in the back of her mind it's not about her. She may be able to overlook and overcome that one product. That her goal is to what? Develop a team of leaders, big producers. And she knows it's going to be hard to keep those people around, because they're going to realize that they're working for pennies on the dollar. And Miss Marie may not be upset with 51 cents on the dollar, but they are. Right, Miss Marie?
Absolutely.
Okay. So as we move forward, the thing that you want to do, guys, when you're looking at a comp plan, I don't care, because there's a lot of hybrids out there. And you can say, well, I'm going to learn everything about the comp plan. Big mistake. Big mistake. Don't do it. There's really 4 things you want to look at in a company. If Miss Marie and I were looking to come back into the network marketing industry, there's 4 things that we're going to look at in a comp plan. And I really should have put this on the screen, Miss Marie, but I can put it maybe at the tail end of the episode or whatever, or maybe we'll do a presentation on it one day. But here's the thing. Number 1, you got to make sure it's fair and equitable to everybody, meaning that there's money at the top to keep the big leaders around in the company. There's money, transitional money is what we call it, where people that are going from part-time into full-time, they can support their families, they can meet or exceed their job income, and it can help, the income can also help sustain their lifestyle into the full-time mode, okay? It has to bridge that gap, okay? And sometimes they call it bridge money. I call it transitional money. A lot of people call it transitional money as well. Either way, you get the point. Going from part-time to full-time. And then there has to be first check money, or what Miss Marie and I call, first check money. There's other people that'll call it excitable money. What is the other one? I forget it right off the top of my head. There's different terms that are used for the first check. Why is that important? Because that's what keeps your new people. When they get a check, regardless of the amount, they say it works. And then they also look in the mirror and say, I did it. Okay, if I did this, then I can do more. If I got $5, I can turn that into $10, because now I understand what I did to get that $5, right, Miss Marie?
Yes, absolutely. And we did a whole episode on getting that first check and how important it is.
And we have step-by-step guide on how to get your people their first check, because we understand that's probably one of the most important things that we have in our business building system, is showing you how to get your people their first check ASAP. Right, Miss Marie?
Absolutely.
Right. Regardless of the amount, because the amount's going to be different based on the company, comp plan, and product. So with that being said, The fourth thing, because we just covered three of the things, the fourth thing a comp plan has to do is you have to be able to say, okay, I am going to develop an organization within 90 days, my first 90 days in this business, that it has 100 people doing 100 PV per month, and they're on auto ship. Okay. Now, as we tell you all the time, for the sake of clarity, is that I just used my broken arm to scratch my back. Isn't that good? I didn't scream. I didn't scream with pain.
You're on the mend. It's good to see.
So what you have, guys, is that not only you got to realize when we're talking about 100 people doing 100 PV, that doesn't mean that you personally sponsored 100 people. That means 100 people in your whole organization. That means that I sponsored 35 people, and out of those 35 people, 12 of those people are doing something really special like I am. They're working, they're putting in the hours, they're doing the 5 simple steps, they're following the things are happening. They have, out of those 12 people, there's different stages of growth taking place. And here's the thing. Those 12 people sponsor another, maybe they have 12 people, maybe they have 8 people in their downline, whatever, that are also doing what they're doing, meaning that their chances are great that each and every one of those people are doing 100 PV because you set the standard and you reinforce that standard by not working with people that aren't doing 100 PV. Because if you work with people who are not doing 100 PV, unless they have really demanding life situations where they cannot do the 100 PV, but make a promise they will, and that is yet to be seen. But the thing is that we want to focus on the people that are in fact doing 100 PV right month, and you do not work with those that don't, because if you do, you're endorsing what? A lower standard. And the moment you lower that standard below 100 PV, your profitability in your business is going to go down the toilet. So I've got that out of the way. Now, you have 100 people in your whole group doing 100 PV. With the help of your downline, let's say out of 35 people you sponsored, let's say that you have maybe, we're not going to say 50%. Let's say we have 30%, 15 people that are doing 100 PV. Okay. And that means the remaining 85 is going to come out of your downline. For the sake of an example, to keep it simple, we're going to keep the numbers simple and realistic. Okay, so 30%, which is a very achievable thing. Okay, 1/3, 1/3, 1/3, right, Miss Marie? So 30% would be a good assumption that is proven that it can be done and is a realistic goal to set. So if I sponsor 35 people, we can basically say that there's going to be 15 people, and I'm rounding numbers off, okay, at the sake of brevity here, trying to keep going here. So if I'm off on my numbers, forgive me. I'm usually good with math. I know I'm close. But anyway, the point is, we'll do the 30% all the way down. Well, eventually, over a 3-month period, if I'm sponsoring people and working with and developing my leaders and work in depth in those leaders' legs, guess what? I'm going to find other leaders who are going to step up and do 100 PV. Why? People do 100 PV per month because you show them the value of investing that 100 PV in their own business and setting the example. And you say, if you do this, this is what it'll create. 100 people doing 100 PV creates 10,000 group volume, and this is what you're going to get paid. And they'll go, oh, okay. Wow, I could really use that money. And you can say, well, and that can be your segue or gateway into the freedom lifestyle you want. Because once you realize that you can do this, then you say, oh, well, there's no limit to what I can do. I now understand how this works. Okay. And they go, oh, okay, I get it. So you know what? They're going to set the standard. Why? Because they see where the standard is going to take them, which is ultimately where they want to go. Okay. That's what motivates people to do 100 PV. So your chances are, if you do it right and do it the way I just explained, I just paraphrased everything, but there's your golden nugget of information. Once people see and understand, they'll go through brick walls to do it because they see the value in it for them, not you, for them, because you verbally painted a picture for them mentally that, hey, this is how you get where you want to go to get the results you want. Okay. So you're going to have a greater chance than 30% to get 100 people in your downline to do 100 PV. So when you look at a comp plan, a new comp plan, you're going to look because you know in your heart you have a legitimate chance of having 100 people doing 100 PV per month on auto ship within your first 90 days. You may exceed it, you may not make it, but you'll get close. You may hit it on the head. We don't know. But the point is that that is your goal in your 90-day mini blast. Why? When we look at a new company, Miss Marie and I, we know that we can do that 100 PV, 100 people, 100 PV, that 10,000 group volume, because 100 times 100 is 10,000. So Miss Marie and I know that we know how to create that 10,000 group volume. And so far, our evaluation of this new company has given us high hopes that this is very achievable. Now we're going to look at the comp plan. Why? Okay. Not only have we looked at the comp plan and the other three phases, money at the top, money in the middle, and money at the beginning. Okay, a fair and equitable comp plan. You want more money at the top to keep the big business builders so the company can survive its initial growth period. Okay, so get over that. Those people earn their money, I promise you, and you can be part of that group in a new company. But the thing is, it has to be fair and equitable as much as possible in those three areas. The final fourth piece is the one we're talking about right now, the 10,000 group volume. Why is that important when we look at a comp plan, Miss Marie and I? Because we know that when we create that 10,000 group volume, we want to know what we're going to be paid cold hard cash in our account, not bonuses, not cars, not trips. Cold hard cash in our bank. When we look at it, if we say, oh, that's going to be $2,500, okay, then Marie and I might say, hey, that's a good beginning. And maybe it's not enough money for her and I, but it's still good money. You know why, folks? Because we're looking at it from a marketing situation. You say, what do you mean, Rob? I'm going to show my new people. I know how to do 100 PV. It's called a threshold of profitability. 100 times 100. Here's what you get. And I show them on the paper. I have the comp plan. This is what, and we'll show you how to do this 10,000 group volume. It sounds like a lot, but it's not. We do it all the time. Simple, easy, blah, blah, blah. We got the system here. This is all, like, you create this 10,000, this is what you're going to get. $2,500, man, that'll really change my life. Are you kidding me? Yep, that's what we're doing. That's what I'm doing right now. I can show you how to do it. Guys, it's a selling point. People sit there and they go, oh my gosh, and they drive home after your meeting, your initial meeting, saying, boy, what can I do with $2,500 a month? And they said they could show me how to do that. That 100 times 100 is 10,000. And they'll be thinking about those numbers all night long until the follow-up call, okay, or follow-up meeting. Now, if that 10,000 group volume is only going to pay $800, $1,500, then Miss Marie and I are like, oh, hell no. I can't promote that. I'm not going to be able to keep big money people. Because look, as we talked about in previous episodes, there's going to be times you're going to have big-time retreads who were in the business a long time ago, did very well, maybe even did great, and they're looking to come back in the industry, and they're not going to brag about, most of them that don't have an ego, they're not going to brag about they were in the industry before. You know why? Because they're going to sit there and listen to you to see if you know what you're doing. Do I want to work with this person? That's what they're doing. They're evaluating you while you're prospecting them, okay? And that's the smart approach to take, because they want to know, who am I dealing with here? Does this person know what they're doing? Is this person a nut? Is this person one of these, sleazy sales type? I mean, they're evaluating you during the whole time. That's the reason why we always promote you to be professional, to the point, short to the point, use the music to the ears message, get to the point, make it done. Because when they know when you are to the point, your presentation professional and it's quick and you're out of there, they walk away impressed saying, I can work with somebody like that. And you will sponsor more big shots that way than you will in any other way. Right, Miss Marie?
Well, absolutely. And one of the things I want to point out here is that 10,000 group volume, figuring out what the income is. And again, that's just the income, not trips, not bonuses, not any of the extras. Consider that gravy. But just the income for achieving that 10,000 group volume is important, because it helps you cast the vision of what your partners can achieve in the business and helps motivate them to work towards their goals. Now, Rob tossed out the number $2,500, and that is actually a solid number. If you're at 10,000 group volume and that number is only 800, it's not enough. And do you want to know why? It is because you can start framing it in terms of their life and their current experience and what's possible for them. $2,500 for the average person will cover a house payment and a car payment, possibly a house payment and 2 car payments, which most households have nowadays, right? $800, that's not going to get there. That's not going to make an impact on their life. But if you can get an income level where you're potentially covering their house payment and their car payment, it creates a whole lot of financial security for them. If they were to lose their corporate job, not saying they should quit their job once they hit this level, but if they should lose their corporate job, they're not going to be in a panic over how do they put a roof over their family's heads? How do they get their kids to school? The house payment and the car payments covered. So that's an opportunity to cast vision and have it be an actual starting point for what's really achievable if they continue to work the business.
Right. And let me add on to what she's saying. She brought up some great points, but let me add on to it in this manner, guys. Look, you say, okay, well, all right, 10,000 group volume is a great way to look, $2,500, this is what you're going to get paid. Okay, that's great. Look, there's so many wonderful things that come with this 10,000 group volume number. And let me highlight some of those, because we're talking about key comp plan considerations. And this is what we're doing. Look, when you look at a new comp plan and it's confusing, if you can verify that there's transitional money, there's top money, there's beginning money, that is a beginning of a good comp plan for you with a new company. You're going to get excited because you like the product, you like the leadership, you checked on the 5 things a new company must have in order to have a chance to do something special. Those 5 things do exist in that company. You're getting excited. You think, hey, this might be my lightning in the bottle moment with this company. And you're really starting to get images of wonderful things in your head. But the final thing is you got to look at the comp plan, because here's the thing. You're only going to keep top-notch people because they're being paid top-notch money. And they see a real future with this company beyond your words, because yes, your words may entice them in the beginning, may actually get them to join up. But when it's all said and done, what really matters to them is the money they're making. Because smart people are going to sit back and say, am I being paid pennies on the dollar, or am I being paid real money on the dollar? Okay, where I can see real progress and where I can see this is going to make a huge difference in my life. Okay, that's the power of the 10,000 group volume. Because when you, once again, if it's going to be $2,500, and even if it's $2,000 and above, even if it's $1,800 and above, that is a good place to start for 10,000 group volume. Okay. Now, the thing is that you have to realize there's other huge benefits of this magical 10,000 group volume number. Okay. It helps you to say, okay, there is the other 3 phases of the comp plan: big money, transitional money, beginning money. And guess what? At the 10,000 group volume, there's $2,500 a month. This comp plan is good to go. You can bless it, throw holy water on it, and jump in the water and go for it. Okay. Because you have, with the 5 things a new company must have, almost like a perfect storm. Okay. As long as it has more than one product. Now, you can make the determination whether that one product can carry the company. It's up to you based on the price. And remember, the higher the price doesn't always mean the volume goes up with it correspondingly, but the higher the price, the fewer people that are going to hang around. So enough of that. The point is this. Here's the other benefits of the 10,000 group volume. Guys, think about it. If people say, you know what, $2,500, and then they set out saying, I want to make $5,000 a month. A lot of people, once they get going and have a taste success, and they make their first $800 a month, their first $500 a month, whatever, they start thinking, oh my gosh, this is awesome. This is freaking great. You know what? I'm going to make $5,000 a month. That's my goal. I'm going to do $5,000 a month. They get to the $2,500 level, which is the 10,000 group volume level. And they say, you know what? It's pretty nice right here. I think I'll stay right here. They change completely. Okay. They realize I don't need the, $5,000 a month. I really like this. Matter of fact, I like my job. I've cut back from 60 hours a week down to 30 hours a week. And you know what? I'm making good money with my network marketing company, and I have more freedom, personal time freedom, and I still have my job and my pension and everything. I think I like right where I am. Right, Miss Marine?
Yeah, it happens. Sure.
All right. So you got to be prepared for that. You say, well, why is it important? Why does that got to do with the 10,000 group volume and one of the benefits? Guys, do you realize if you had 10 or 12 people per month doing 10,000 group volume who say, you know what, I'm happy at the 10,000 group volume. I'm glad that Marie and Rob showed me that. I see the value in that. And they did the same thing to their people. Let's just talk about your own leaders. If you had 12 people in your business doing 10,000 group volume on a consistent basis, okay, What do you think that the volume is going to be for your business? Not counting other people that are on just auto ship, not counting people that are doing the business part-time. I'm just talking hardcore people. When you log in your back office, that month after month, there's 10,000 group volume in those 12 businesses. That's 120,000 volume in a month. Do you realize how much money you would be paid by the company and what pin rank you would be if you had 120,000 group volume a month? Just because somebody showed you how easy it was to do 100 people, to get 100 people to do 100 PV per month in your downline? That's a lot of money, Maria.
It has a snowball effect for sure.
I mean, let's be honest, Miss Maria, 100,000 volume. Do you realize how much money that is, guys? That is a lot of freaking money. Think about it. If the company's paying the distributor force 30 cents out of every dollar, and you're creating 100,000 PV, do you realize that's $30,000 a month? Minimum? Minimum. That's not counting bonuses and all the other stuff. That's minimum. That's cold hard cash in your account per month. Just because you set the standard of what? 100 PV per month. And you taught your downline, you held them accountable. You didn't lower the standard down to 85. Okay. You didn't support the people that didn't support the 100 PV per month. And for good reason. Why? Because you wanted this kind of business and this kind of lifestyle. Okay. Oh, Rob, 12 people doing it. Okay, let's take 50. Okay. You have 5 people instead of 12. You have 50,000 group volume. Do you realize how much you're going to be paid? $15,000 a month. Somewhere around there. $10,000 to $15,000 a month. Would that change your life? Okay. Is that drink out of the coconut type money? No, not for me, but maybe for you. But it's real close. Okay. Miss Marie, would you not agree? 30%?
I agree. And that's one of the things that, again, we wanted to bring up because not a lot of people know how to look at the comp plan and what those key aspects are going into the business.
Yep.
And you may have joined a business, and if you go back now and you look at that compensation plan and you're looking at that, 10,000 group volume and you're looking at $500 to $800 a month, you really need to consider whether that's worth your time and effort.
Well, the chances of you creating the speed and urgency and attracting the type of leaders that make your business go is going to be very slim, Miss Marie, at $800 a month at 10,000 group volume. It's going to be very difficult, okay? And guys, let me just say this. When you have a 10,000 group volume, additionally, you set it as a gold standard. What do you think people are going to do, especially top-notch people? Because what happens is success breeds success. The more people you have that have businesses 10,000 group volume and above, and when you have leadership calls, whether it's on Zoom or on a telephone, whatever the case may be, or you guys get together for a leadership retreat that you yourself set up to get all the leaders together, what do you think leaders do when they all get together? They talk. What do you think the success stories they hear? The people over, every person is over 10,000 group volume. What are they going to walk away with, even without you saying a word? Well, everybody there is doing 10,000 group volume. Everybody there is making $2,500 and above. Well, that's what I want to do. Then the fact that you have 12 people there at that leadership retreat, or you 12 people on that conference call, whatever the case may be, there's power in numbers. You don't have to say anything because people are going to say, my gosh, there was 12 people there. There was at least 12 people. There was 20 people. You know what? And they all were doing the same thing. They all had at least 10,000 group volume. They kept talking about this 10,000 group volume. And they're going to get excited because they're going to see that there are other people that are proving it works. And they're going to say, well, that's the first step, or not the first step, but that's the landmark, the keystone, whatever, I'm trying to think of the right word. That's the first important step. In other words, if I make it to that, I've made it. If I get to that level, I'm part of that elite group. You see what I'm saying, guys? You don't stop at 10,000 group volume. And believe me, it'll explode from there. But my point is that is the threshold. That is the beginning step into getting into big time level income and network marketing elite status. Once you go to 10,001 in points, doesn't automatically put you in the elite business builder group. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying, it puts you in an elite group of network marketers that have accomplished something special. You are on your way to possibly becoming an elite business builder, part of the elite network marketing group that truly have amazing businesses and lifestyles. It starts at that 10,000 group level. If you can do that, You just duplicate that over and over, right, Miss Marie?
Yep, that 10,000 group volume, that is the foundation for a large, very successful business.
There it is. And guys, 100 people sounds like a lot. It's not. If you got to remember, this business works in thirds, one third, in every phase of this business. Meaning, if you have 100 people, 30 people will do. It'll work out that way. You won't have all 30 of them do it at one time over a course of 2 years. And some of the 30 people will come out of the first people you sponsored. Another portion of the 30 people will come out of your middle section, and another another part of it will come out of your last activity. It's just the way it is. But when you add all the numbers up, it's going to be close to 1/3. It won't be 30 on the nose, but it might be 27. It might be 40. I mean, it'll be rarely 40s, but it might be 27. It also might be 38. Okay. The point is, the 1/3 is going to work. In other words, you're going to have, when it's all said and done over the course of 2 to 3 years, a 30-year of people that you personally sponsor typically are going to be close or exceed the 10,000 group volume. Why? Because you didn't lower your standard. You set the standard. You stuck to it. They see the value in it, and they're going after it, not because you said it, but because they saw everybody else and the results they got, and they see the lifestyle change it has caused in their lives. That speaks volumes more than you could ever say with your words, okay? And so what does that do in depth? Is same thing, because they are leaders of their own businesses, and they're setting the standard, and their downline are looking up to Sally down there, who has exceeded the 10,000 group level volume and has set the standard in her business, and she has a lifestyle that other people want to emulate and duplicate. And so now you're going in depth in that 10,000 group volume. And if you get paid down to 7 levels, guess what? You could have businesses doing 10,000 group volume, 7 levels deep, right, Miss Marie? And getting paid for it.
And that is drinking out of the coconut money setup right there, for sure.
That's right. And we always tell you that 2 to 5 legs, and it varies, are going to create 95% of your income. And that's a prime example of how and why that happens. Okay. So, Miss Marie, I think we did a great job here. It went fast. I mean, real fast. We're at the 52 minutes. Doesn't even seem like I just started.
Well, it is a large and somewhat complicated topic to address, but it's one of the things that we felt was important to bring to your attention. And again, this is one of those aspects you're not going to hear about anywhere else. There's not too many network marketing leaders out there talking about the importance of the compensation plan and how to really make it work for you and leverage that success in your business. So, as always, if you like what you hear, you're understanding what we're sharing with you here, give us a thumbs up. Let us know that it's working for you. We love comments as well. You can find us across all of the social media platforms using hashtag #TheMLMSolution. And please like, share, comment on all those social media platforms. Also subscribe to our YouTube channel. Register for notifications. You'll know when we have new episodes available, when we're going live, and you can join us for that as well. And last but not least, our website, themlmsolution.net. Couple of important things there. First of all, we have several free gifts currently available to you, which includes the 4 critical mistakes many network marketers make and how to overcome them. Super important for your business. That is my favorite product of everything we have out and available. We also have free to you currently the 5 simple steps to networking success. The combination of those 5 simple steps and those 4 critical mistakes to avoid can propel your business to a level of success that you want. And then kind of wrapping around that whole thing, 0 to network marketing hero. What did we say the other day? The 5 simple steps and the 4 critical mistakes, they're kind of like peanut butter and jelly.
Yes, you did.
0 to network marketing hero. That's the Wonder Bread that goes around the peanut butter.
Oh, that's good. Look at her.
That is the perfect sandwich.
Ah, man, look at her. She nailed it. There you go. Yeah.
And Rob, do you want to talk about our Black Friday special?
Absolutely. All right, our Black Friday, as you can see, is located at themlmsolution.net/Super Friday. For all you on the podcast, I'll say it again, themlmsolution.net/Super Friday. When you go there, it is a limited offer. In other words, that price you see, which is only $49.95, normally $99.95. And believe it or not, the $99.95 is a bargain on itself, because this is normally $299.95. When you see the contents and all that you get with it, you'll be blown away. It is a wonderful package that addresses almost everything that we talk about and every important subject that you will need to know about the business model and how it works. The only things that are missing in this package is our advanced levels and some other things that is only available in the members area. So you're getting one heck of a deal here for $49.95. Why are we offering this price? Because it's the holidays. And as you know, almost all retail companies at this time, because of our unique situation economically as well as virus-wise, they are offering extended sales, Black Friday sales actually, on almost all of their products. They're trying to give you every opportunity to get out and get what you need and save money in the process. We are doing the same thing. Between now and the end of the year, this Black Friday special will be available, and it's down to $49.95. I can promise you that price will not stick around. Once again, this is normally retail on a day-to-day basis outside of the sale, $299.95. It's usually discounted when we have specials to $99.95, because we love helping you guys save money and we love delivering above and beyond the value. But during this Black Friday, it is only $49.95. You're only going to get that one time a year, and that is during the holiday season, that price that is. So with that being said, Miss Marie, I think we covered everything. And I don't see any reason why we need to drag this show out any further. We need to put these poor people out of their misery.
Well, I will say the end of the year is coming up quick, though. So TikTok, you are on the clock. Take advantage of that special.
That's right. And tomorrow's subject, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, as always, is MLM company compliance. Yeah, it sounds a little bit confusing, but it's going to be something that's very interesting, because network marketing companies have things they have to comply with, which directly affect you and your success. And if they're not doing it, it is going to affect you negatively. Miss Marie, as we close, and we are going to close longer than usual episode, but it was an important subject. Guys, if your leaders are not addressing the comp plan, it's because of one of the following reasons, and we're going to close it out on this note. They don't know what they're doing. They don't understand the comp plan, or they're afraid of you to know the comp plan. Because if they are proud of the comp plan and it does what it's supposed to, they will gladly promote its benefits. Right, Miss Marie?
That is absolutely true.
So there you go. But as a fallback, you can always come back to this episode and our other episodes. Miss Marie and I will talk about, see if we can get Paul Cannon on here. He is a real top-notch, he knows comp plans. And we'll see if he's available and if he's willing to do that, Miss Marie. But that could be a long episode.
That may have to be something special we do. We'll have to talk about that some more.
Yeah, exactly. You may have to break that one up, because that could be a woo-hoo-hoo. Anyway, you guys have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow at same bat channel, same bat time. Until then, you guys have a great day, and God bless.
Thank you for listening to the MLM Solution Podcast. For more info, visit our website, themlmsolution.net. Please follow us on the following platforms: Facebook, YouTube, etc. And share this podcast with our fellow network marketers around the world by hitting the share button on our various platforms.